Hi everyone, the Abstract Investor here. Today I'm going to show you my charts on Riocan Real Estate Investment Trust. It's a Canadian REIT. The ticker symbol is REI.UN. Before that, my disclaimer. I am not a registered financial advisor, lawyer, certified professional accountant, or real estate agent. The content of this video and all other videos on this channel are thoughts of my own and do not constitute legal, trading, investment, or financial advice of any kind. Investing carries many risks related to the decline or loss of capital. Do not invest any capital unless you understand and accept those risks. If you need financial advice, please contact a certified professional accountant or a registered financial advisor. So, getting into the charts, I've got them marked up for you already. As you can see on the left side of my screen, I have the chart from 2010 to today, August 2024. And on the right side, I have from 1996 to 2000. So as you can see, some similarities on this chart as well. I am just going to go right from the beginning and kind of go through the points to highlight where the pattern is repeating. So this first red circle here in 1996, you can see that's sort of the beginning, right after the great financial crisis that bottomed in 2009. That I've got that red circle right here replicating the start of the 1996 pattern. And then from there in 1996, we had a run-up, peak, and then a decline, similar to after the great financial crisis. We had a run-up, a smaller peak, a quick decline, V-shaped recovery, and then you can see on the from 1997 where I have this first blue arrow. I've got that lined up with this first blue arrow in May of 2013, and then there's this big decline, almost like a W pattern here from 2013 to 2015, and that's the same W pattern that plays out from 1997 to the end of 1997. And then after that, we have a little bit of chop in the chart between December of 1997. I'm just zooming in a little bit more so you can see. Just as a reminder, if you're interested in looking at the charts in the way that I'm looking at them, I really recommend that you do this on a computer so the screen is large enough that you can move the charts around and get a better view than trying to do it on your phone. You can still do it on your phone if you listen to the dates that I'm providing, but you can just see the patterns a little easier, in my opinion, on the computer. So I know we're all glued to our phones, but for this type of thing, I recommend using your computer if you have one. So back to this, from this peak in April 2015, I have that lining up with this peak in December 1997, and then we had this sharp decline, which looks a lot choppier in the late 90s pattern before it peaks out with the purple arrow in March 1998. It looks a lot choppier on the late 90s chart than it does on the 2013 to 2015, 2016 chart, but it's the same pattern. Obviously, it's not identical, but it's a repeating pattern from the 90s into the early 2000s, just like so many of the other videos that I've done on different stocks and the S&P 500. So from the purple arrow, which is June 2016, I have that as March 1998. And then you can see on the late 90s chart this kind of chop down until a really large correction which bottomed September 1998. It looks a lot like the shape that we got from the COVID decline in March and April of 2020 on the newer chart, but it happened earlier in the late 90s. That correction did, and you can see I've drawn these yellow lines to show. So on the right, if the COVID correction replaced the 1998 correction, so if I just wiped this correction off and we just pretended like the chart kind of came over here, then that correction from COVID would have gone a lot deeper, where you can see on the left side here with the newer chart with the COVID correction, if we took off that scribbling that I just did and we wanted to see what that correction would have looked like from 1998 to the chart where it would have happened in 2018, then it would have only come down to about the $19.60 range. But instead, it actually went even deeper. The COVID correction went a lot deeper. And because of that, I don't believe that the chart's going to go any lower. The correction that's happened on Riocan Real Estate Investment Trust, I think we've already bottomed, and I think it happened just recently here in June 24th, 2024. And I think we're starting to work our way up here now. So on the charts from the late 90s and early 2000s, that same bottom would have occurred March 6th of 2000, just for your reference if you're following along on your charts. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing on this one. I mean, I have this green line here as a potential buy line for myself if this stock corrects again, but I don't expect it to. I just have it there because there's a large gap that isn't filled in the chart from the COVID crash, and during the early parts of the recovery it gapped up. I don't expect that gap, like I said, to get filled in, at least for now. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And for your information, after this bottom in March of 2000, we went up almost 250% in the peak of February 2007, before it started to decline into the Great Financial Crisis. And then here's the chart for today on there. So anyway, hope you guys liked this video. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.